wasn't concerned about, you know, it was just one side pushing the other side back, you know. And, and you know, the Chinese, they had more manpower than we had.
And do you remember them doing anything in response to the fact that he was missing? Do you remember anything further?
You mean them? You mean outside the American?
Yeah. Once you reported that he was missing, was there anything else?
That was it. We didn't know. That was it. That's as far as I knew. I never knew anything else. I know there was some patrols sent out the following day to that same area, but I don't know the results of that. Some say, because everything that we learned afterwards was rumors. You know,
Right.
like some guy could say, yeah, I saw a body, you know, and it could have been the body. But usually, your enemies, you know, the Chinese or North Korean, they'll script the body, you know, take what they want.
Right.
Probably not to close, you know, and just push him, leave him there, either push him off the ridgeline somewhere, you know.
Yeah.
Because they had no use for the body. Now, they might have taken the dog tags. I don't, you know, like, I don't know. But if they took the dog tag, I imagine they would have turned them over to the Department of Defense.
Maybe now. Now it seems like things are happening, but then they weren't so quick to turn anything over. Are you talking about the Americans may have found something?
No, because the American didn't, I don't know if the Americans didn't find his remains.
Okay.
It was the enemy that found his remains. So if he had identification on him, yes, they would have taken those identifications off of him to pinpoint the location where he was left or buried or whatever. You got it?
Okay.
Yeah, but by no means, they wouldn't take time to bury him, you know, like a proper burial.
That's what I'm told too. I know that from other cases.
Right. They would just mark the area or make a notation of the area that his remains, you know. So it could be the remains of anyone, and it was, you know, but it don't have to be him. Only thing, the proof that we have is the dog tags. You know, the dog tags right there. So that would be the only thing.
So during that shooting, he was the last person in the squad. He was the last person. So he would have been shooting so that some of the other guys could get out of there.
Oh, yeah.
And then
yeah.
he would have followed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's the idea.
That's what he was doing.
That's the idea, you know, to fire off a few shots and get out.
And that's what he was doing.
Yeah.
What his was.
But he didn't move fast enough or whatever, you know, or he got hit before he could, you know, get out. Mm-hmm. You know, to get out of range of fire.
Now you had written in your book, and I'm going to ask you to read it before we get off of here, but you had written in your book that you feel that he was sort of a hero saving lives, including your own, on more than one occasion.
Yeah, on one occasion, the first occasion was shortly after I got there. Probably it was in the same month. You know, it was like sub-zero weather. It was like 15 below zero. So, you know, you got to keep moving. If you go to sleep, you'll freeze, you know. So one man would watch and the other would sleep, you know, like maybe 15 minutes or so. And then, you know, you get up and move around. So it was his turn to watch, and my turn to catch a nap if you can, you know. And I just fell in this, you know, automatically you fall into a deep sleep. So he woke me up. I remember him waking me up. He had to shake me. I didn't want to wake up, you know. I wanted to sleep. You know, you've been up for like 48 hours or something, you know. And so he woke me, and that was one time, yeah. But he was like that. That was like, you know, we done it. We always done that. We looked out for each other. Yeah.
You really all did that, so you all saved each other's lives all the time, it sounds like.
Sure, because, you know, that was your only chance of survival, is teamwork and firepower, really. That was the two things. So that's your main focus. You don't think about anything else. You know, you think, sure, you know, you get off time, you might think about your family. You know, and that's, yeah.
But your focus is survival of yourself and your unit.
Yeah, that's it. That's with, you know, all armies, all units. Yeah.
Oop, that's my phone ringing. Let me just stop this. Sorry.
Okay.
So, as far as the other time when he saved your life, it was on the mountain, it was on that ridge, and when he was shooting at the enemy so that everybody could get out. You said he's deserving of a medal for that, because really he gave his life in the line of duty.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Sure. But, you know, another thing too, you know, that was, you know, when you're on the front line, it's a different thing, you know. But then afterwards, it seemed like, you know, some of the white officers, white period, you know, they're reluctant to give us medals, you know. I guess you're familiar with that. That was during the
yes,
very segregated time, you know. The last
I saw that one guy was awarded actually right on the battlefield at that time. One from the African American units.
Yeah, that's well, his duty, his performance was so you know, it was so distinguished, yeah, at the time, you know. And that was General MacArthur who awarded him that particular Distinguished Service Cross. You know, I met him later. But, and then there was other events. There was once that the first victory in Korea was won by the 24th Infantry Regiment. And that was it's a book on it called Firefight at Yecheon. That's Y-E-C-H-O-N. I sent you that book. And, well, this colonel, he retired as a colonel, but he was lieutenant then. He was with the 77 Combat Engineering. You know, like those guys go out and build bridges and, you know, and things like that, you know. So he was in a position where he was, you know, where he happened to hold back a whole squad, I don't know how many. But anyway, he was credited with killing 250 men, North Koreans. You know.
And as Milton, you feel that Milton is deserving of a medal?
Yes, yeah, he was actually, but I didn't get your last point.
You feel that Milton is deserving of a medal or an award of some sort?
Oh yeah, at least a Silver Star, yeah.
Because, for what reason?
For that reason alone. For his last mission alone. We all distinguished that, you know, in the squad and platoon. Because everyone in my platoon and squad knew of his deed. So, I don't know, rumors going that he was recommended for, and I'm quite sure he was recommended by the platoon sergeant and the platoon leader. But that could have been as far as it went. Well, it probably went to battalion here. It could have went to division, but somewhere along the line, you know, it get lost. Like, I was recommended for a Bronze Star. And I never knew about it until I had returned to the States. And I had a court, I screwed up a bit and I was going for a court martial. And that was when I saw the orders that recommended me for a Bronze Star.
And did you receive it?
I never even followed through because I didn't even care about it. You know, you don't even care about stuff like that. All you want to do is get out of there, you know.
Yeah,
and
the soldiers don't, but people like us know that you should have it.
Yeah, now, yeah. So I sent off for the records when I was writing my book. But that wasn't listed on my Form 214. But then later on, I found that, you know, a lot of records was burned in, I think, Kansas City or somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
That's
that was
true. All his records were from there.
And the court martial took place here in the States, so that's definitely a record of it. Whether it was among those records that was destroyed, there somewhere, there could be, more than likely, it would be with the court martial board. What did they call? They call it the African. I can't recall, you know, the military, the branch of military that, you know, MPs is associated with, you know, and CID.
Yes.
I think it's Advocate.
So nobody ever followed through with that?
No, because I never even pursued it.
I bet it's at the Library of Congress. They have all the military records there also.
Yeah, I just found that out later. I don't know whether military, I don't know, because it really wasn't that important. You know, the most important medal to us is the combat infantry badge and my jump ring. The Purple Heart, that's not important. You know, I could have dealt without that. But you know, like to the average soldier, the CIB badge, you know, afterwards, you know, as you grow older, you know, that's because it's sort of a mark of, it's a personal thing, you know, like you did it, you know, you earned it. It's like, you don't want to earn a Purple Heart, you know.
No.
And for other medals, like the medals of America, like Bronze Star, Silver Star, Distinguished Service Medal, you know, usually you die. You don't get those while living, you know, because it's an act that you perform that's really not planned, you know, because you take most medal winners, it's something that you just do things at certain times, and then afterwards you reapproach yourself. You say, I must have been out of my bloody mind, you know, to do that, you know. I could have been killed, you know. But you done it, you know. It's like I guess that applies to any human being, like rushing in a burning building to rescue someone, and then after you say, damn, I don't even know them, you know, and I did that, you know. Well, Milton had no plans on dying that day, or being wounded that day, you know, or being a hero that day, you know. He just did what he did. It's just something that you do, you know, you don't think about it.
Yeah.
But we see afterward, yes, he deserves it. Actually, I would say he deserved definitely a Silver Star.
Can I ask you, do you have the page from your book that you wrote?
I have a copy of the book right here.
Yeah. So the statement that you wrote on, well, first on the foreword, it's right on the same section where the contents are.
Mm-hmm.
Right before that, on the page before that,
what page is it?
It's a dedication.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Dedicating the book to Sergeant Milton Bailey.
Oh, in memories of, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I just want to get, like, if I can record this, just record you reading that part from your book that you wrote.
Okay.
And reading it with the name Sergeant Milton Bailey.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm looking now here. Now, is that the... oh, yeah, I see, I got it, yeah. I wish to dedicate this book to Corporal E.T. Bailey, our first squad leader.
Okay, let me stop you for a second. Mm-hmm. Now, this says Corporal E.T. Bailey, but you had explained to me that you were not able to use the names that were correct.
No, I wasn't advanced. So the book should read, I wish to dedicate this book to Corporal Milton Bailey, our first squad leader of the 1st Platoon George Company, which is G Company, 24th Infantry Regiment Combat Team. He died a true warrior's death, and his memory will live with us, the survivors.
Okay, now it says on his record that he was a sergeant.
Yeah, he was a sergeant, I guess. Oh, he was put in for sergeant. But I never, since he died, yeah.
You put corporal because you also weren't allowed to use exact personal information, right?
Yeah, I'm just learning about him. I know he was put in for sergeant. He was put.
Is corporal before sergeant?
Yeah, you got to be. See, the rank goes private POC. That's private first class, corporal, and then staff sergeant.
Okay.
So he was holding the rank of corporal at his death. Oh, it could have been POC. I don't know.
Okay, so this the only thing that's different in here is it should have said Milton instead of E.T. Can you tell me why it has a different name?
Because of the publishers, you have to get a permission of the who you are writing about. When you're writing memoirs, unless their rank is they have to be an officer or above, like a lieutenant up. But with the regular enlisted men, you would have to, like private PFCs, corporals, even up to